I need to get a light, a ring light. What's up, Mr. Cat?
But not far from where the Steelers' former homes at Three Rivers Stadium, Forbes Field once stood, we are at Pittsburgh's Acrisure Stadium. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one, as it'll be the Buffalo Bills taking on the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
The kicker, Chris Boswell, has it ready to go, and we are underway from Pittsburgh. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. Now a first carry for the brother of Dalvin. It's James Cook. He finds some way to turn this into positive yardage as he struggles forward for a pickup of about 2.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Shakir hauls it in. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 14 yards, and the Bills will get a new set of downs.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
Allen off the play fake. Now he's going to step up and run. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
I think the last 2 plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy because you know he can throw the football, but how about his use of legs as well? What we call those broken plays, you can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those 2 that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you. First down, here's the run with Cook. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Here's a 2nd and 8. Throwing now is Allen.
Wow.
Into the hands of the tight end, Dalton Kincaid. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. The Bills' passing game, getting him down the field. They've got another first down. That early game script that they drew up is working pretty well here on this first drive. Already in field goal range, Charles knocking on the door of the red zone.
You know, Brandon, when we met with the coaching staff, they kind of predicted that they would come out firing like this. I think you and I were a little skeptical it would be this easy, but they certainly knew what they were doing in scouting, in preparation, and understanding what their team was capable of.
That's good for a first down, his 2nd catch of the opening drive.
And that's something you have to get ready for defensively because in today's NFL, teams will use their wide receivers on jet sweeps, end arounds. They'll move them back in the backfield and make them running backs. Partner, this was much more of a tap pass. but effective nonetheless.
And I think both guys love it. If you're a quarterback, it's an easy completion. If you're a wide receiver, you get the easy reception. And also, he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Khalil Shakir, a 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Bills put the Knights' first points on the board as they take the early lead. The Tyler Bass on for the extra point attempt. And it's 7-0 Buffalo.
Makes the score Bills 7, Steelers nothing.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
First and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Looking to put a drive together. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. We often give credit to the O-line there. Two tight end formation. Those tight ends block pretty well also.
Yeah, and that's one of the most dynamic positions in football now. The tight ends who can block at the line of scrimmage at the point of attack, and they can also get downfield and catch the football.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now Rodgers. That'll be dumped off to Gainwell. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
A gain of 15 yards.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 46.
Hey, Latif, I appreciate you, bro.
Action from Pittsburgh. It is the Steelers in control of the football.
Hey, I hope you have a good night, man. Thanks for stopping by, buddy. Hey, man, thank you for stopping by, bro. Thank you, man. I'm gonna try to get this win for you, bro.
To throw is Rodgers. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Wolf. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
Well, it certainly doesn't matter if it's been through the air like on this play or on the ground. I don't know what's going on with this defense. In a sense, they've been AWOL on this drive so far. 3 plays, 3 first downs given up. They've got to find the answers, and they've got to find them quick.
Now run straight ahead with Warren. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
This has been a good drive so far, and it's been the running game for the most part that's powered them down there. Another nice burst there, picking up a first down. Now it's 1st and 10, as you said, in the red zone.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
319. 150.
Throwing is Rodgers. And a dangerous throw there on the drop-off. Incomplete, nearly intercepted.
Incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, second and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
Second and 10. Here's Rodgers to throw. Here's a screen with Gainwell. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Kenneth Gainwell, a 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Steelers are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. There are several elements to a well-executed screen pass. This one resulted in a touchdown. It had all of those elements.
Yeah, you're so right, because you really need the rush to almost get to the quarterback, almost get to the passer. Then you've got to get the ball thrown perfectly, whether it's to the running back, the wide receiver, whoever the screen guy is. And, of course, the blocking has to form in front to get him downfield for the touchdown.
Thanks, Steve.
Chris Boswell now for the extra point. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2.
The game at 7.
Where's your cat? How you doing?
Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Now couldn't take the chance. This will be returned from the goal line. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
They'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at second down.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the first down. And don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
And they'll come up on a 2nd and 7 from the 27. To throw, it's Allen. A short throw pulled in by Kincaid. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
Oh, what else? Maybe it was guarding that side.
Allen gonna throw. Got an open man. It's Josh.
I missed it. That was me. That was my chance. I was looking at the other guys.
To the 35. Another nice gain. 16 yards there and a first down again.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks, because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And this is caught for a Bills touchdown.
I can't believe the safety wasn't fast. 25 should have outran. That was a perfectly thrown ball, I guess.
That's almost just not right. You cover everybody, but those tight ends, they can be awfully reliable.
Very reliable, and defense just has to hate those guys.
This drives them crazy because oftentimes you can't match up with them. They have you either with size, speed, or maybe even just strength.
I was hoping he was going to mess that throw up. I was trying to bait him, and then I shaded underneath. I should have shaded over top. I almost shaded over top with my cornerbacks, but I shaded underneath.
To kick off for Buffalo.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. A lane opens here. He's past the 30. And they're going to have good starting field position. He's out of bounds, but not before he's across the 35. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. Now Rodgers. Got his man, it's Warren. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half.
Third and 3.
Jump out! Go to 50. Hey, you block up. Back north. Screen it, get out.
From the gun on third down, Rodgers.
Oh, he missed it.
Deep ball.
And this is what you want to see from a defense. Give up an opening drive touchdown, that's fine. But how about them going back out there, recommitting themselves to the task at hand, and forcing a 3-and-out and giving the ball back to their offense?
Now the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3.
258. Hey, check 26. Screen it, get out.
They're going to try and throw.
Oh, I missed it.
They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Bills are going to take over in excellent field position. And they'll send the slot in motion left. To the air, Allen. Now he fires deep for Shakir. This is intercepted. Picked off by Brandon Eccles. And the Steelers are going to have it here just past the 25. Well, he's certainly not been afraid to take some chances downfield. Now, look, it's paid off for him a couple of times. That time, not so fortunate.
And that's where I want to start, what you said. It's paid off a couple of times. So his aggressiveness has been good for his offense for the most part. So he throws an interception there. No one likes that, but I would not rein him back in. The return on investment thus far has been pretty good. 2 touchdowns to 1 interception.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range. So after the INT, it's Rodgers. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
And that's the knowledge you gain from being in this league for a long time. He's learned the hard way when to give up and fight another down. And that's a smart move to throw it away.
Here's 2nd and 10.
58.
Rodgers going to throw. Setting up the screen with Gainwell. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
Here now a 3rd down and 8.
Hey, take 26. No. Hey, 88.
Now it's Rodgers. He's got his target. That's complete. Still on his feet. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. DK Metcalf as the first half is winding down. And the Steelers have a chance to tie the game here in the final seconds of the half. And a little time left on the clock, so on the other side, they're thinking, gosh, we'd like to get that lead right back.
Yeah, thanks for pointing that out. Here I am, go ahead and tapping out the first half.
Well,
there's still time. They've got to make a decision about what they want to do on the kickoff, where they want to let their return guy touch it.
Boswell for the extra point. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14.
Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Returning from his end zone is Ty Johnson. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
Let's see, Mr. Cat. I'm sorry, Mr. Cat. Come here. I'm sorry. Come here. Mr. Cat. Sorry, Mr. Cat.
And 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Now the Steelers use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
A boost here to start the drive after the penalty. It's 1st and 5. Allen now looks to throw. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
And they're not going to go quietly into this halftime break. They know they're in for a fight, so they're trying to make every possession count. They took the big shot there, but it winds up incomplete.
Now 2nd and 5. Now Allen. Now he fires deep for Shakir. And a penalty flag comes
What?
in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield.
Bro, come on, man. That was so whack.
So even though it's first down, here's the
What
field
up,
goal
Cam?
on now. It's 3 before halftime.
I'm alright, man.
Kick by Bass
I'm
is
good.
And that will do
I appreciate you
it for
stopping
this
by,
first
buddy.
half. First half in the books.
Kind of mad he just got that 3 out of nowhere.
EA Sports.
Hope you're having a good night, Cam. Thank you, buddy. That was the cheapest shot I've ever seen in my life. Shout out, Cam.
A field goal, the difference. 17-14 is the score.
Yeah, after this game, I am.
Here now in this third quarter. And he's up past
I gotta try to win this.
22-yard line.
Appreciate you stopping by, buddy. Thank you, buddy. Hope you have a good night, man.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
Oh, thank you, buddy.
We saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the
Hey, man, have a good night, man. I appreciate you, man. Hope you have a great rest of your week.
We both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
51 yards rushing for him now on just his first 3 carries. That one definitely helps as they try to push the ball down the field here, trailing early in the third quarter.
And even though they're trailing, not abandoning the running game. People may call it an adjustment. I think it's just much more sticking to what works for you and continuing to have faith in it. And the running game is starting to pay off.
Hey, thank you, man. Appreciate you, buddy. Appreciate you, buddy. You have a great week. Be safe, buddy.
On play action, it's Rodgers. But it's caught on the right side, it's Smith.
You go outside, Mr. Pick.
So just 3 yards on the completion there. And it'll be second down.
It's vitally important to wrap him up immediately, because if you let that big guy get ahead of steam up, boy, then you've got real trouble trying to get him down.
But they're able to hold him to a short gain on first down. Here's 2nd and 7. Play action. Now it's Rodgers. A short one there to Fryermuth. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 41.
318. Yeah, this. For the 50. 399.
On the give, it's Warren. And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30. 12 more yards there and another first down.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success.
Let it! 258. Back north. Hey, take 26. Luther did it!
So offense moving a little too slow there, could not get set, and they get the penalty. Penalty accepted, and that pushes him back 5. So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game.
Jump out! Hey, 88.
On the draw, Gainwell.
Oh, he couldn't get off the
He is
block.
met in his tracks behind the line of
That was
scrimmage.
the perfect play,
And
too.
Oliver
Couldn't
through
get
the
off the block.
line and hitting him for the loss.
When a draw works,
Why
it
did
can
the
be
lineman
a thing of
just run
beauty,
in a
but when
circle?
it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
Final minute now of the 3rd quarter.
Nah, we're not doing that.
258. Jab. Get 300. Get 300.
To throw, it's Rodgers.
Oh, he didn't even push it.
Incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make 3rd down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big 3rd down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down.
18.
Here's Rodgers. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 8-yard line.
A handoff for Warren. And he'll be taken down after a minimal pickup, and that will take us to the end of quarter number 3. Back now in Pittsburgh. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. Two of their 3 red zone trips so far, they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend.
Hey, man, I appreciate you, Mr. 06. You're balling out. Yeah, I saw you with them Browns. You were putting in work. That's what's up, man. Appreciate you, Mr. 06. Hope you have a great night, man. Thank you, buddy. Thank you, buddy. Hope you have a great night, man. Great rest of your week, too.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down.
This is certainly a team that has proven it likes to target its backs through the air, and defensively, they were aware of that and certainly were prepared on that throw.
For the lead, here's 3rd and goal.
Appreciate you, man.
18.
On the run, it's Warren. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Give him a couple on the run there, and now they're in that in-between area here on 4th and goal. So here we go. On now is the kicker, Chris Boswell. Boswell's kick is good. And in the 4th quarter, this game is tied. So with less than a minute gone by here in this 4th quarter, the field goal there gets this thing back to even.
And it's setting up for a fantastic finish, isn't it, partner? It's been a well-played game, a hard-hitting game. The fans are into it. The announcers are into it. This is going to be a great 4th quarter.
Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
Now this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the 4th as the kick's away. Taken at the goal line. Oh, and some hitting going on now. This has been a tight game, and he takes a big shot there on the return. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And we essentially have a brand new ball game. After that last field goal has tied us all up, we brace for what should be an exciting rest of this fourth quarter. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down.
4 yards on the pickup. Second and 6.
Here's Allen to throw it. Swinging this out wide. And now a fumble. The ball's out. And some room to work. And he takes it back to the house. A fumble recovery for a Steelers score. So many times tight games decided by one big play. A lot of times, of course, it's the offense. Here, it's the defense coming up huge.
And you know, head coaches walk around locker rooms, walk around bench areas saying, guys, somebody make a play. It's a cliche, but it applies here.
Extra point now by Boswell. And they will take a 7-point lead now.
Makes the score Steelers 24, Bills 17. Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin the drive at the 30. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. Now Allen.
Good. Nice stop.
Over the middle here to Palmer. And he'll be taken
That was
down,
my
but no
area. I should have
works
been
it
there.
past the
I
50.
like
First play of
I
the
was gonna
drive, a
throw it
success,
underneath like
19
the
yards.
First down. First and 10 at the 46-yard
I'm back.
They'll try the middle with Cook. It was Chuck Clark coming up to make the tackle.
And this is showing faith in a running back who just lost a fumble a minute ago. That was returned for a touchdown. Now, some coaches might let him think about on the bench for a bit, but he's right back out there. They're showing that they have confidence in him.
Here comes second down at 5. Throwing now is Allen. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. A short throw pulled in by Kincaid. He was out there waving his arms. I mean, you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help. I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
Allen. Pass taken in by his big tight end.
A gain of 6. That's good for a Bills first down.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game.
I was gonna do whatchamacallit.
As we get you reset, they come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now. Throwing, Allen. A short throw pulled in by Kincaid. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25.
I'm starting to wonder here. Are they trying to prevent?
All right, I got it.
Right now,
Come on, just
they're
give me a
laying
second.
back and they're picking them apart, moving the ball downfield. I think they got to start bringing a little pressure towards the quarterback.
Round 80. Monday.
Now a give running right. It's Cook. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. Up front, the struggles continue for this offense among the line. What can they do? Change the play calling? What?
I think part of that, yes, changing some of the play calls, some screens, some draws, some misdirection. You want to run any type of a play that will influence these guys and continue to get upfield and find a way to use that against them and slip things in behind them. So some quick passes could work as well.
And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to third down. And not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. Here's Allen. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. The decision made for them. They've got to go. It's fourth down. Allen. He'll try to do it himself.
No.
With such little time remaining, and it'll be a turnover on downs. So now let's reset here.
GG's, bro. I love you, bro. Jesus loves you. I love you. All right, GG's. That was a great game. I'm done. Just in time for bed. Yeah, I appreciate everybody who stopped by, man. Shout out Mr. 06, shout out Jesus, shout out Jeffrey, shout out Lori. Who else? Who else? Jeremiah. Who else? Raven, Stella, maybe Kanye West. Shout out Kanye West. Who else? That's about it. Alright.